come and do recce to the buildings and the vehicles that they might think I'm going to do an attack on that vehicle or that car.
What's your name?
PC Harvey from the North East Dog Unit.
Who?
PC Harvey from the North East Dog Unit. Are you one of these auditors that like...
From the North East Dog Unit?
That's it.
So you got dogs in there?
I have.
Alright.
Mate, just
you're not blocking me in, are you? No, I'm not coming over to the side. Don't touch me and don't follow me either. Dress me as sir. Keep it professional.
Another unit to assist with stuff outside TDJ, please. I've got someone filming the Met building and vehicles going in and out. I'm glad you've come onto the pavement.
No, I don't need to be on the pavement. Don't glad I've done anything. You touch me. Listen.
For a search under section 43 of the Terrorism Act. I'm PC Harvey from North East.
Alright, what information have you got to
use some common sense.
Detain me under that?
Use some common sense.
What information have you got to detain me under that? If you holding me, look, you're holding my arm. You're holding my arm. You're holding my arm.
Vehicles could come out.
You're holding my arm. Yeah, but they're not, are they?
But they might.
But they're not.
And you're blocking that.
They're not.
So come onto the pavement. It's a...
Listen, the more you drag me, the more you're gonna
put you onto the pavement.
But you don't need to put me on.
The moment the officer steps in and immediately tries to restrict the auditor's movement, it becomes clear this isn't careful policing. It's a rushed judgment. Instead of observing first, he jumps straight to control, treating a lawful activity as suspicious. What makes it more revealing is when he asks if the individual is one of those auditors, showing he already understands what's happening. That alone should have confirmed this was a lawful audit, not a threat. Yet instead of de-escalating, he reaches for Section 43, a serious power meant for genuine terrorism concerns, not someone calmly filming in public. This shows the decision was made before any real conversation even began, with no effort to properly assess the situation. When an officer knowingly applies anti-terror laws in a situation like this, it goes beyond misunderstanding. It points toward a clear misuse of authority. Actions like this highlight how easily power can be pushed beyond its limits when accountability is lacking.
Yeah.
These can be sites vulnerable to terrorist attack.
And what?
And when
what have you got? What information have you got to suspect me of that?
Are you gonna?
What information have you got to suspect me of that?
Are you gonna listen, or are you just gonna keep?
Well, I'm detained, aren't I?
Huh?
I'm detained, aren't I?
You are, but you're asking. You're asking.
Well, I don't have to listen to you, do I?
You're asking me questions that you want the answers to.
Go on then. What's the answer?
Every time I speak to you, you're talking over me, not allowing me to talk.
Go on then, talk.
Okay. You might be one of these new auditors, they're called, that like to provoke a response out of the police to try and get something for clicks and likes and views on YouTube. It's like a new trend that people like to do. Also, you could have suspected terrorists potentially that could be doing what's called hostile reconnaissance, and what people do before they may decide to launch a terrorist attack is they like to come and do recce to the buildings and the vehicles that they might think I'm going to do an attack on that vehicle or that car. That's another reason. Okay, and that's why I've stopped you, and that's why you've been
using hostile reconnaissance as a reason to detain someone who is calmly filming in public is an extreme stretch that weakens the entire justification for the stop. Real threats don't usually operate in the open, announcing themselves with a camera on a busy street. If anything, modern risks rely on discreet methods, like satellite imagery, drones, or anonymous digital tools. Not obvious, visible recording in this situation. The officer's reasoning overlooks basic reality. The auditor wasn't hiding or acting suspiciously. He was openly filming in plain view, something entirely consistent with lawful behavior. There was no attempt to conceal identity or gather information in a covert way, which makes the suspicion even harder to justify labeling this as a serious security concern and invoking Section 43, powers meant for genuine terror-related situations, shows a lack of proportional judgment. It blurs the line between real threats and lawful activity, which can be both reckless and damaging. By ignoring context, past precedent, and the need for balanced decision-making, the officer turns a simple situation into an unnecessary escalation.
Doing that?
Because that building is vulnerable.
Why do you suspect me of doing that?
Because of where you are.
Am I doing a lawful activity?
No, but it's suspicious.
But am I doing a lawful activity? No, answer that question. Answer that question. Am I doing a lawful activity?
What, by filming a police building and vehicles coming in and out of it?
Yeah.
No, mate, it's suspicious.
Oh, it's not. No, okay, but it's lawful though. It doesn't have to be. So what if it's suspicious? It's lawful, yeah? It's legal.
Yeah,
it's legal. It's legal. Stop there.
Okay, so you're still talking.
Yeah, because it's legal. I'm not doing nothing wrong. What information have you got to suspect me of being a terrorist? What's my behaviour? Because I'm filming, because I'm doing something lawfully.
Because you're filming.
Am I being unlawful? Am I breaking the law? Am I breaking the law?
Yeah, you've been detained under section 43.
Yeah, but am I breaking the law?
Mate, don't do that.
No, I can't do that.
Vehicle.
I don't care if it's an unmarked vehicle. I can stand there and do whatever I want.
That power that under section 43 of the Terrorism Act gives us the power to look at phones that are being used, photos that have been taken on those phones and videos. So that's what I'm going to do on that sound.
The officer's attempt to justify searching the auditor's phone using Section 43 of the Terrorism Act is misleading and legally incorrect. Section 43 allows stop and search based on reasonable suspicion of terrorism, but it does not grant access to private phone data like photos or videos. Accessing such content requires stronger legal grounds, such as a warrant or proper authority, which clearly do not apply here. What's more concerning is how casually this power is asserted without real evidence of terrorist intent, simply because someone is filming in public. Treating lawful filming as justification to access private digital data is a serious overreach. Courts have already warned against such actions, especially when they violate the right to privacy.
No, it's not few and far between. No, get your facts right.
You can carry on
get your facts right.
If you want, and I'm telling you what's going on at the moment.
Okay, I will carry on recording. I'm not going to tell you my name.
Okay, can you take your bag off?
No.
No, okay, so I'm going to search you with it on your back. So turn around and look at the wall.
I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not going to follow your instructions.
Alright, you can just sit tight then.
Yeah. Do you know what? Your colleague, right, stopped me under section 43.
Okay.
Yeah? But I've done nothing wrong. I've been filming here. Yeah?
I can't film on behalf of my
No,
colleague,
but I've been filming, but I've done nothing wrong.
I can't speak on behalf of my colleague, can I?
Yeah, but I'm filming. It's filming. It's filming. Yeah, but it's filming wrong. Can I film? I'm just asking you. No, I'm asking you.
Listen.
I'm asking you though.
Let me finish.
Okay, go on then.
Every time I speak, you should both.
Yeah, that's what he said earlier on. Yeah, but same script. Yeah,
no,
same
because
script.
I want.
But I'm asking you a straight question. Well, answer the question. Yes or no?
Let me speak before.
Okay. Is that a yes or no answer?
Yes, you can feel.
Oh, so I can film, yeah?
And he's told that to
I can
you.
film. So, if I can film, why is he stopping me under section 43?
I'm not him. I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
You see?
There you go. Then.
He's not you. He doesn't know. If it was him, he wouldn't have stopped me. You know why? Because I can film.
This moment completely exposes how baseless the initial detention was. When the auditor calmly asks, "Can I film in public?" the officer replies, "Yes," instantly undermining the entire justification for the Section 43 stop. If filming is lawful, there was no reason to jump to anti-terror powers. Even more telling is the second officer's response. "I'm not him. I don't know." That's not just deflection. It quietly admits there was no clear basis for the detention. It shows the first officer acted on assumption, not genuine suspicion.
Put your hand on me. I can put this anywhere I like.
Don't in your face.
No, listen. You are standing close to me. No, you go away. Go away. You step away.
No,
right? Because now you're antagonising me.
I'm not antagonising.
Yes, you are. You're trying to escalate the situation.
Let me speak.
Step away. Step away and do not touch me.
No, I'll away.
Well then, I'm not going to let you speak. I don't want to touch. Look, you're doing it again. You're doing it again. You're threatening me. You are threatening me. You are causing me alarm and distress. You're such a way away from me. You do not need to outstretch your hand. I can stand where I like.
Don't put it in someone's face.
I can stand where I like.
Stop being in my face.
I can put this in my face. Oh, do you know? I'm not going near you. I'm not going near you, but I can put it in your face if I like. Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, cool. You got an arm distance, I've got an arm distance.
That's fine then. But don't put it in his face like you were doing.
I can do what I want.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can actually.
You can't, my friend.
I can.
Stop coming near us then.
Yeah, look, I'm not coming near you. You're the one that's stepping near me. Move your hand.
No.
Move your hand from me.
My self-distance.
All right then, big man. Yeah, whatever.
It's safety, my friend.
Yeah.
Self-defined ethnicity.
See, you're right in my face now. You're right in my face, so you think you can do it, but I can't.
No, it's my safety.
Yeah, look, see?
My safety.
Well, my safety.
You and I
look, see?
a minute ago, weren't you, my friend?
Look, see?
There you go, just stand there.
No,
fine.
I'm not standing here, I'm moving. I can walk.
Well, stay a distance away from us then.
This officer's behavior is a textbook example of intimidation disguised as protocol. The auditor posed no threat. He was simply recording from a reasonable distance. Yet without any valid reason, the officer abruptly extends his arm and orders him to stay back, as if an invisible boundary had been crossed. This wasn't about safety. It was about control. By creating a false sense of encroachment, the officer attempted to provoke a reaction. The situation itself was manufactured, likely in hopes the auditor would respond defensively, giving grounds to escalate further or justify enforcement action.
Who's refusing?
I don't know. What's your surname?
Don't use the word refuse.
Okay, what's
Do
your
I have to
surname?
give it to you?
No, you don't.
Well then.
So you are refusing.
I'm not refusing.
Well, you are.
I'm not refusing. I don't have to give it to you. Why don't you understand what you're saying?
Do you want to just show us the gallery on the phone of the photos that you've taken in the videos?
And
You have to do that under the law.
I have to do that under
Yeah.
the law.
Yeah, under
Actually,
section 43.
let me just say something to you.
Go on.
Right, hold on. Where's my thing? Give me my stop slip.
I'm going to give it to you in a minute once we're finished.
Okay, let me just say something before
Go
I
on.
turn this off and show you.
You don't have to turn it off, but you can
No,
keep it
I will have to
recorded.
turn it off. How can I record if I've got to show you stuff?
Because you can keep the app going, can't you?
What app? My filming app.
I don't know, whatever you're
Well, that's
using
what I'm
to film.
filming you. But let me just tell you something, yeah? I don't want you to look at my personal property.
Right.
Yeah? Under section 43,
Yeah.
it doesn't say that you can look under my property
Okay.
in the sense that you're saying it.
Right.
Obviously, you're coercing me that I have to show you because
Right.
as far as you're concerned,
Yeah.
this is part of your bully boy tactics. What are you looking for?
Similar sort of things at other protected sites.
No, what are you looking for? Be specific.
Photographs
Of-
and films
yeah.
of other police buildings, and if there's a pattern of behaviour.
But obviously,
I've already explained
But
this to you
obviously,
when I
I
first
film
started.
police buildings. But what did you say I was?
Huh?
What did you say I could be?
The terrorist.
No, you didn't say that as
Yes,
well.
I did.
Two things you said.
Mate,
What was
it's
the
all
other
on
thing?
here, bro.
What was the other thing? Don't brother me. What was the other thing you said?
I don't know. Go on.
Oh, you can't remember?
No.
You said two things. You said you
Go
could be one of these new.
Oh, an auditor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I'm an auditor, what will I have on my phone?
I don't know. I haven't looked at it yet.
No, but what would I have on it if I'm an auditor? If you know about auditing, what will I have on my phone?
Other videos
Of?
and photos
Of?
officers, of ambulance staff, of firefighters.
No. We don't do ambulance or
anything
firefighters.
like
We just
that.
do police.
Just like
Well,
clicks.
I just do police personnel.
Okay, lovely.
Yeah.
Do you want to stop?
So that's
filming
what you're
now?
going to see on my phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Have we
And is that
finished?
going to be an issue?
I don't know yet because I haven't had a look.
Yeah, but they're going to be the same as filming. This is what I'm saying. You're not going to see any.
If you suspect someone is part of a well-documented movement that films public buildings for accountability, then finding such videos on their phone isn't suspicious. It simply confirms what they already told you. What's more concerning is the officer's vague response. I don't know. That alone shows there was no clear lawful purpose. He wasn't searching for evidence of a specific crime. He was fishing for anything to justify the search after the fact. This flips the principle of reasonable suspicion on its head. Instead of evidence leading the search, the officer hoped the search would create the evidence. That's not proper policing. It's clear overreach.
43. You have to be specific.
I've just told you, photographs.
Yeah, but when you see these
film.
photographs, what you know what
Well,
you're going to
I don't know
see.
until I look at them, do I?
What was all those questions you was asking me? If I what? If I work? If I do this all the time?
That's
if I
it.
travel up and down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
You are.
Yeah.
Well, when this comes out, be interested because
Go on.
you'll see
Where am I
yourself.
going to be? YouTube?
You'll see yourself.
Excellent.
You've lost.
Mate,
You've lost. You've lost because you've illegally
I haven't lost
detained me
anything.
under section 43. Do you know what? You really don't know what you're doing. You've never
No,
done it
look,
before,
you're just
obviously.
trying to get
You've never seen a
a
terrorist in your life.
How
Yeah.
do you know
and,
that?
Oh, I bet you haven't.
How
Have
do you
you?
know?
Have you seen a
I
terrorist?
can't tell you, man.
Oh, you can't. Why not?
No.
Why? Because you're
That's
that big that
operational.
you're
No.
so massive that you can't say
I'm
whether or
not
not you've seen something. It's like me asking you if you've seen a burglar and you're going to say, "Oh, I can't tell you that." Huh? What's the
not gonna-
difference?
Sorry.
Huh?
Mate, I'm getting bored.
Don't call me mate. You keep on calling me mate. I'm not your mate. I never would want to be your mate.
Okay, whatever.
Oh yeah, whatever. Off you go.
Obviously,
Off
you
you go.
could get
Don't
stopped again
talk to
later
me. I
on
don't want to
today.
hear you. I don't want to
Pick it
hear
up
what you got to
again.
say. See, Chad will heave.
Yardley took his unlawful detention to court and won a £750 compensation payout. This wasn't just about money. It confirmed that his rights were violated on weak, unjustified grounds. The officer detained him under Section 43 within seconds, without proper investigation, just assumptions. Even knowing he might be an auditor, the officer treated it like a covert threat. But if filming public buildings is expected, what exactly was the search for? There was no clear answer. The second officer only reinforced the mistake with vague responses and intimidation. In the end, Yardley stood firm and exposed a textbook case of rights-violating policing. His victory sends a strong message. Misuse of terrorism powers will be challenged. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos.